Hello, beautiful people, and today we're going to talk about sleep and how to be well rested. So, sometimes we face with people who try to make us uncomfortable just because we are not being productive enough. Like, how you dare to sleep instead of working or studying? And the saddest part of that, you start to feel embarrassed about being too lazy, even though you know you are doing your best to get what you really desire. And first of all, what I want to say is that you just shouldn't listen to those narrow minded people. And I've actually been in that kind of situation. I had really odd conversation about how I could to be so relaxed during my university. And the truth is, I wasn't that relaxed. I just believe that my physical and mental state are important and my sleep schedule should actually give me rest. And I just stick to my principle of being well rested. So let's get deeper into this topic. Why is it really important to get enough sleep? Sleep plays a few major roles in our body. First of all, physical recovery. When you sleep, your body and your brain finally get to rest. Because during the day, your brain is constantly working. When you move your hands, when you eating, when you singing, it never really stops. And if your body keeps working non-stop without proper rest, eventually it starts to break down. Your brain is the same. If you don't give it enough rest, your productivity and focus will naturally drop. That's why getting enough sleep actually helps your body recover and improves your performance. The second thing is mental health. A lot of people, especially as they get older, start having sleep issues, like waking up too early and not being able to sleep for more than a few hours. But the real problem is what happens because of that. When you don't get enough sleep, your emotions become unstable, you get more sensitive, more irritated, and it's much easier to fall into a negative or even depressive state. And the interesting part is sometimes just getting enough sleep can actually increase your overall sense of happiness. And the third thing is sometimes people don't really think about how your brain cleans itself. It might sound a bit weird, but your brain actually has a whole system with fluid inside it. And while you're sleeping, this fluid starts to moving and kind of washes your brain. It helps remove everything that build up during the day, like waste, toxins, all that overload. So it's not about rest. Sleep is literally the moment when your brain clears itself out, resets, and gives both your mind and your body a chance to recover. Now let's talk about something that might be ruining your sleep without you even realizing it. Because sometimes it's not only about stress or your schedule, it's more about your small habits you have before you go into bed. First of all, alcohol. A lot of people think that having a glass of wine helps them relax and fall asleep faster. And yes, it might help you to fall asleep, but the quality of your sleep actually becomes worse. Alcohol reduces your REM sleep, which is phase responsible for deep rest and recovery. So you might be sleeping, but you are not really resting. And it can also make you wake up more often during the night. So if you actually care about your sleep quality, it's better to avoid alcohol at least 1 or 2 hours before going to bed. Also, just to understand this better, your sleep isn't just one condition's state. It's actually a cycle. Every night your body goes through different stages from light sleep to deep sleep and then REM sleep. Deep sleep usually happens early in the night and REM sleep becomes longer closer to the morning. And even if you don't notice it, you'll naturally wake up for very short moments during the night. So your sleep is much more complex than it seems and it's easily disrupted. The second thing is caffeine. Most people already know that coffee can affect sleep, but it's not only coffee. Caffeine is also in tea, soda, some medications that you can buy without a prescription. So if you are sensitive to caffeine, it's really important to pay attention to that. And ideally, you shouldn't consume it at least 6 or 8 hours before sleep. Another thing that can affect your sleep is what you eat before bed. For example, acidic or spicy food. Things like tomatoes or spicy meals might seem harmless, but they can actually cause discomfort at night, like heartburn or just this uncomfortable feeling inside your body. And instead of resting, you end up just tossing or turning in bed. So if you want to sleep well, it's better to avoid this kind of food at least 2 or 3 hours before going to bed. So what's the conclusion? Sleep is not weakness, it's not laziness, and it's definitely not something you should be embarrassed or guilty about. It's the foundation of your energy, your mental state, your focus, like everything. And the truth is, you can be productive, successful, attractive, and full of life if you constantly feel exhausted. So instead of pushing yourself to the limit, just to prove something to other people, choose to take care of yourself, because being well rested is not doing less. It's actually what allows you to do everything better and to achieve your dream. So this was all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.